What is good? We're back with the Madden 07 Titans franchise, looking at the wild card matchups and the teams that got a first round bye. So we were the head honchos of the year at 15-1. The Chargers and Patriots both finishing at 12-4. Bengals and Steelers 10-6. The Bengals own the tiebreaker, and then the Colts slide in with that last wild card spot. Texans went 7-9. Jaguars went 6-10. Jaguars went crashing down. I think they started 5-1 if I remember correctly. Atlanta is the head honchos in the NFC. And you see the rest of the teams filing in. With the 49ers bringing in the rear at 2-14. They've been pretty bad pretty much this entire series. Vince Young, 44 touchdowns against 14 interceptions. Had 882 on the ground. Led the team in rushing, too. Lendell White, 638, 5 touchdowns. Chris Brown, 522, 7 touchdowns. And then Drew Bennett, career year with us, 71 catches, over 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Brandon Marshall leads the way with 11 receiving touchdowns. So breakout year for him in the touchdown category. Everybody else chipping in, getting involved. So I felt like we had a pretty good attack offensively, rushing and passing. You know, we don't have a true workhorse. We went running back by committee, and hey, you know, we're 15-1. Kyle Vandenbosch, double-digit sacks. Sean Taylor, 9 picks, making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. Pac-Man Jones, 6 picks. Champ Bailey, 5 picks. I still can't believe he got released by the Broncos and nobody picked him up. Still can't believe it. Dre Bly, 2 defensive touchdowns. He's back, you know, obviously having a career year with us and then getting hurt with that concussion when Steven Jackson ran him over. And yeah, Steven Jackson bulldozed him, guys. I'm not going to lie, that game. So getting him back this year is great, and kind of having a deep defensive back room, I think that kind of helps out. So I'm going to just go ahead and show this comparing with the rest of the league. I don't really have much to say, so I'll let this run, and then we'll hop back in for the game when we finish going over these regular season stats and the wild card update. And actually, I will hop in here. Look who's tied for second in picks. Reynaldo Hill, man. This guy, he had a lot of tackles with us, but not one interception. Now he's in the 90s with overalls, and he's a Pro Bowler. I mean, I always saw the potential with him. He just was getting beat, bro, and he was not making picks. And, you know, we like ball hawks in the secondaries on this channel, and he just wasn't there at that point. So that's why we went and got Dre Bly, who was there at that point in time. So I always knew Hill had the potential. It's just at that point in time, you know, I was trying to build a team that could win, and I felt we could win with Dre Bly more than we could with Reynaldo Hill at the time. But I'm glad to see that he's balling on a different team. No shade. You know, we wish our guys the best if it doesn't quite work out with us. So, yeah. And like I said, it was working out. He was doing just fine. He just wasn't a ball hawk, and that's what we like in the secondary, ball hawks. So, yeah. Tyrone Calico, career year, too. Again, another guy who played well with us, and, you know, he just needed a chance to be a wide receiver 1. It wasn't going to happen in Tennessee with our guys, so tried to do right by him, and now he ends up going. We traded him. He signs with the Vikings, and he has a career year. He's a Pro Bowler. So we're playing the Bengals. They don't have Chad Johnson, so that's going to suck for them. They drafted another quarterback in the first round after Griffin. I think Griffin was the Rookie of the Year, his rookie season, if I remember correctly, or in the running for it at the very least. So he's the starter. Chris Perry is a Pro Bowler. And that guy, I think he was a beast in Michigan, never quite worked out for him in the NFL. Chris Henry on the team, RIP. Chad Johnson, as we know, he's out. So Chris Henry will be the main man today in the pass game, I would believe. Justin Smith's a Pro Bowler. They got Trent Cole over there, too. Landon Johnson, David Pollock, Thurman, Quentin Jammer, Jonathan Joseph, some rookies and computer players. No shade to the CPU players, but I don't know too much about them. I only know about the ones that we end up drafting usually. I want to get better at that going forward, is maybe staying up to speed with some of the prospects that we scouted and maybe didn't draft. At least do that. The ones that we scouted and didn't end up drafting or missed out on, maybe do that. So I was looking at free agents, and I see Brandon Stokely's out there. He's 34 years old. Used to be with the Colts, obviously, the enemy. But I want to try to get this guy a ring because he's 34 and he's on his way out. So we're going to bring him in for the playoffs, and maybe that veteran leadership, maybe we'll need him to make a catch or two here. I'm surprised that this guy is a free agent. This guy was a thorn in our side this entire series, Chad Jackson, and he's a free agent. I don't understand why. So if he's still sitting there in the offseason, you best believe we're going to make him a Titan. You best believe that. Because it is, I don't understand. Did he kill somebody? I don't know. Why is he a free agent? It doesn't make any sense to me. He must have done something, because at this point in time, it was the Patriot way or the highway, and he was with the Patriots. So I don't understand why he's a free agent, but enough with Chad Jackson. We'll worry about him in the offseason. Let's worry about beating the Bengals right now. As Griffin's going to fire to Chris Henry right there, and that's going to be a first down for Cincinnati. Stretch play to Chris Perry, and we're able to get him before he breaks loose. 2nd and 8, Griffin looking. That's caught by George. And George, he has a bunch of green grass in front of him, and we can't get him. Touchdown, Bengals. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead. Vince Young rolling to his left, first down, takes a shot deep to Drew Bennett. We got him. So taking a shot right away. Lendell White, he's in the game. Takes the handoff. 2nd down, Lendell White. Another nice run. He's showing us that even though Chris Brown was the better back the second half of the season, he still can ball. So, yeah, Vince Young looking, and that's fired to Ben Troop, who had himself a career year as well. Vince Young looking to throw left side for Bennett. We absolutely killed the Colts last week with those plays, and we honestly have been killing teams for a while with this possession receiver. And Vince Young, I don't know why, but it just parts like the Red Sea, so he's going to just jog in. Easy touchdown. And we tie the game at 7. Griffin looking to throw, rolls to his right. And he fires it, trying to thread the needle, and it doesn't work. 2nd down, Griffin looking, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get sacked. Can't get that pass off. I think that's Kyle Vandenbosch with the sack. And then right here, we give him the yards back because Albert Hainsworth gets a little excited, doesn't watch the ball, so it's 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 15. So Griffin looking to throw. They run double curl routes, basically curl flats, and we're sitting on all of it, so he's got to try to make something happen. So right here, Champ Bailey gets the punt return, doesn't quite break that tackle. I was hoping he made that guy miss. Then right here, they sit on everything, but we have Vince Young who can run, and Vince Young's going to do that if you sit on every route. So first down right here, Carter spin move. He's going to get about 8 right there. 2nd and 2, handoff is to Lendell White, and he's got the first down and more. So right here, stretch to Chris Brown, and he breaks the tackle. He does a spin and gets upfield for about 8 or 9. So 3 running backs getting carries in the first quarter. And White is close to that first down marker. They give him the spot. Vince Young looking. He's rolling to his right, now his left. Rolls back to his right. Almost gets sacked. Somehow avoids it. And then just throws it away. So all that running for nothing. 2nd down now. We hand it to Lendell White. He coughs up the football and the Bengals recover. Hate to see it. Griffin looking, dumps it short to George. George trying to get out of there again. He loses the football, and Keith Bullock's got the ball. So we get the ball right back. Well, hold on. Cincinnati doesn't think so. They're going to challenge the fumble. That looks like he's down by contact, I'm not going to lie. So we'll see what the ref says. He's going to rule that, yeah, he was down by contact. So the Bengals get the ball, or keep possession. Chris Perry gets hit so hard he loses his helmet. Holding on the tight end, Langford's going to back him up. So they ended up getting a big completion. And now it's 2nd and 10 after we stop that run. Chris Perry gets hit stick by Sean Taylor. 3rd down and 10, Griffin looking to throw. Pump fakes. Finds his man Chris Henry, but he's going to be short. So they bring in the kicker for the field goal. Kick is up and good. So Pac-Man on the return. He's going to get up to about the 33-ish. Hand off to Lendale White. He gets up to the 35. 2nd down 7. Vince Young on play action. They rush him. He gets it away to Chris Brown. That's going to be a 1st down and more. And they call roughing the passer on Justin Smith. So add another 15 to the end of the play. And yeah, I don't know how he ran into Vince Young. And then right here, wide open is Fleming. Fleming's inside the 20, inside the 15 for that matter. Setting us up, play action, Vince Young looking to throw. They sat on who we wanted to throw to. Brandon Jones did come open late, but we find him a little too late, and the DB is able to make a play. 2nd down, Vince Young rolling to his left. Trying to find somebody to go to, ends up scrambling, and then I was trying to spin. I think we pressed circle, and he threw the ball away. And then right here, we find Bobby Wade. He's going to be down to the 1. Fleming is in the end zone. Touchdown, Fleming. So the Titans go up 14-10. We get the sack right there. 2nd and 13 now. Play action. Looking to throw. Griffin firing down the left side. Knocked away. 3rd down and 13. Perry looking to run, and he gets a solid gain, but we're going to take a timeout and try to get the ball back and score because we have a pretty, potent offense, so why not? Why not take that chance? More times than not, it's going to work out. Vince Young looking for Brandon Marshall on a quick out. We got lucky because they undercut that. That was either Jammer or Jonathan Joseph. And then right there, we can't get the 1st down, but we're going to go for it. We run the clock down. There's like 20 seconds left. And Drew Bennett wide open. He's got a 1st down and more. We're in field goal range. And there we go. And we take a timeout just to be safe. So 13 personnel. We're going to take a shot to the end zone. And it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Vince Young looking. Lendale White open on the wheel route. He's got it. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Dives. Touchdown, Titans. And we score before the end of the half. So 2 seconds left. We kick it short. And we kick it to George, the guy who had the long touchdown catch. And then look at what he does. So we try to kick it short to avoid a big run back. Only for a big run back. Unbelievable. Crazy. So it is what it is. Chris Perry, we're keeping in check. Really, the explosive plays by George is the reason they're in this game. One guy is the reason they're in this game, to be honest. So if we could keep George from having any more explosive plays, then we should be okay. Vince Young looking for a troop. Probably should have just ran. Looking back at it, I think sometimes we should run, and we run a lot with Vince Young, but I think there's times we really should run still, and we don't. Right there, I don't know how that wasn't a sack, but Vince Young is the escape artist, and that's going to be a 1st down and more, and he's down inside Bengals territory. Play action now. Vince Young looking. He was going to take a shot to Marshall. Decides to go back to Drew Bennett. That's incomplete. They're going to get my man, though, for PI. I guess it was a little physical. Hunt was bumping him a little bit to get across and knock that pass away. So we'll take that spot of the foul all day. And I don't know. Did you see that? It bounced off Chris Brown, and that guy picked it off. Unbelievable. And then right here, Chris Perry gets hit stick by Sean Taylor, and Sean Taylor's arm's a little banged up. So hopefully he didn't break it, because otherwise we're going to be missing him for the rest of the season. And we're going to need him for this playoff push. So handoff is to Nelson, I believe is that guy's last name, and it didn't work, so we get the ball back. So I can't believe we throw the ball to Chris Brown. It bounces off of him, and the guy picks it off. And then at least we're able to stop him and get the ball back. So we get the ball to Chris Brown, give him a chance to redeem himself. He knows how to run it, like the song. Different Chris Brown, but you know what I mean. And that's going to be a first down right there. Vince Young rolling to his left. See, they were watching film. They didn't want to get ripped as bad as we ripped the Colts on that play. So, yeah. And then we find Chris Brown on the angle route. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and that's how you redeem yourself. You know, you make a mistake. You don't make a catch. The ball gets picked off. You come back. You run a beautiful route, looking like a receiver out there, and you score. That's what football's about. So there we go. Love to see that response from Chris Brown. He knows how to run it. See Breezy out here. 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. They're going to find Chris Henry, RIP. First down now. Handoff is to Chris Perry. Sean Taylor's back in the game. Knocks him down. He has been making a statement to Chris Perry this entire game. I don't care about your Pro Bowl, man. I'm going to let you know I'm up for Defensive Player of the Year. And that might be Chris Perry's longest gain right there. And now he's hurt. His elbow's banged up. So 2nd and 3. Draw play to the backup Horton. And that's going to be a first down for Cincinnati. I mean, they're very much in this ballgame. They're only down 11 as the third quarter runs out. We shut down Horton right there. 2nd and 9. They try another draw play with him. We're ready for it. They're trying to spread us out and run draws, and we're not biting anymore. They got us on the 1, but not anymore. And then Chris Henry has a catch, but Sean Taylor jars the ball loose with the hit stick. Sean Taylor hit stick for the win. And then right there, Murphy, he makes the catch, but it's a turnover on downs. So we get the ball back. And Lindo White does next to nothing on that carry. 2nd down and 10. Vince Young looking to throw. Rolling to his left. Fires at the Ben Troop, who has the catch, and he's down to the 41, and he's banged up. Looks like he hit his head pretty hard when he got tackled right there after making that catch. Vince Young rolling to his right, dumps it to Al McKenzie, and Big Al close to that first down marker. Ben Troop looks like he has a pinched nerve in his neck, and he's going to be out 3 weeks. This is the divisional round, so there's a good chance he won't be back for the Super Bowl, because that's going to be right on the 3-week mark. As Chris Brown's running the ball, nobody picks up Fleming out of the backfield, and that's an easy catch and run. And that was a nice block from Big Al up top. Did you see that? If you didn't, you're going to have to rewind it. Big Al helping him out. I mean, I don't even know if he needed the block, to be honest. He probably would have scored anyway. He was that wide open. Nobody picked him up. But that's what we like to see, stuff like that. Right there, incompletion. We're on that. 2nd down and 10. Griffin looking to throw. They did pick up our blitz. I'll give them that. Because we're bringing pressure every play, trying to get this game over with. Well, not so much that one. We only sent the 4. And then Murphy makes the catch right there, first down Cincinnati. 2-minute warning hits. They're down by 18. They got to move quick. Murphy again. Griffin looking to throw again. Finds Chris Perry. That's another hit stick. Oh, my goodness. The hit sticks. I mean, how many big hits have we had this game? And then right there, Dre Bly with a pick with 1:42 left. And we're still going to throw the ball around a little bit. Vince Young rolling to his left. And tries to go to Chris Brown. He's out of bounds. 2nd down, Vince Young rolling to his left again. And that time, took a sack to keep the clock rolling. And then right here, we pick up the first down. See if they show the replay. I think it was the Tim Carter. Yep. Nobody picks up Tim Carter. Vince Young with the sidearm throw, and he gets enough for that first down marker. And that's going to end our game. So, yeah. We win 35-17. Hold it down other than some explosive plays by Cincinnati. We controlled the game. So, yeah. I don't have much more to say about that other than we have the AFC Championship game. I'd rather play the Chargers than the Patriots, personally. So, we'll see who wins out of that game. And, yeah, if we don't have Ben Troop back, that's going to suck. But we do have Chris Wilson. So we can run Big Al and Chris Wilson, and we can run our 12 personnel stuff. So we at least have that going for us. So that's all I really got on our end. Let's see, do they show? Yeah, only two big hits from Sean Taylor, but I guess a couple of them don't count. Like when he made Chris Henry drop the ball, it doesn't count as a tackle because it was a drop. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's what I got. See y'all for the next game.